You should not start a social media marketing agency until you watch these videos because I'm gonna share with you the top 5 beginner mistakes. The first mistake that new agency owners make is not knowing how to fulfill, not knowing how to get results for the client, okay? And this gives marketing companies sort of a bad reputation because a lot of clients that I talk to, they always say, we've been burned by past marketing companies, we paid lots of money and got 0 results out of it. And that is the reason why it's making it a little tough for clients to move forward sometimes, is because marketing companies are over-promising and under-delivering. So before you start your agency, you need to learn how you're going to fulfill and how you're going to get results for the client, okay? Because your job is to make the client happy, is to make sure that they get a return on their investment as a marketing agency, okay? So there are 2 ways to do that. Number 1 is hiring a media buyer, okay? And you can reach out to people and partner with media buyers that have results already, have case studies that they can share with you and prove to you that they can get results for clients. All right, so that is very simple. You can find these media buyers on, freelance websites such. I personally use Upwork.com. There's, I believe, onlinejobs.ph or something like that. I forgot, but the main one that I use is Upwork.com. You can find lots of media buyers there for very, very cheap. They're overseas. Or you can partner with media buyers here. You can find them in Facebook groups. You don't have to pay anything up front. Obviously, you are the middleman. You are building a team. So you only pay the media buyers once the client pays you. Okay, and they use that money and pay your team, right? The media buyer, the salesperson, whatever team members you have in your company, right? The second thing that you could do is learning how to fulfill yourself, right? Take a course, right? There are tons of courses out there. I have free courses on my YouTube channel that you could literally watch and learn how to run Google Ads, right? So we specifically focus on generating leads through Google Ads platform to get results for clients, right? So before you start an agency, make sure you're able to get results for them. The second biggest mistake that new agency owners make is accepting every single client that comes their way. Now I get it, getting clients is one of the challenges of being an agency owner, and you want to just take on every single client possible. Now that might work when you're just starting out as like your first maybe 1 to 2 to 3 client maybe, but if you keep up that rate of just accepting everybody that comes your way, or you're chasing after all types of businesses, that is the biggest mistake as an agency owner. And the reason for that is because it's going to make things a lot harder for you to scale your business, because there are no competition right now, because each time you sign on a new business in a new industry, you have to understand how you're gonna get the results, how to set it up, what the copy should look like, because the copy and the wording for one company or one industry is gonna look totally different for a different industry, right? Lawyer industry compared to a healthcare industry, those are 2 different lingos, 2 separate wordings and copy that's gonna go with that. So when you are accepting every single client that comes your way, it's gonna make things a lot harder for you to scale. In the beginning, it's okay. Maybe for the first 1, 2, maybe 3 clients, it's okay because you're just, getting your feet off the ground, getting the ball rolling, which is totally fine. But as soon as you can, what you want to do is actually niche down. And they say the riches are in the niches, right? And the saying is that because when you specialize in a specific niche, when you specialize and you're the expert and you know that you can get results for that client, you're going to be able to scale a lot easier, because now you're building a brand, right? You're building more case studies, more testimonials within that one niche, and it's gonna make things a lot easier in the long run to get more clients within that industry, within that niche, okay? You can also build a system out of that, right? And so when you start niching down, you can start building a system and putting team members in place so that you can automate it, right? From building the campaign, the wording, launching the campaign, everything is gonna be pretty much the same, right? If you can get results for one client, and let's say if he's a lawyer, and you get him awesome results, you now know that you can get awesome results for the next lawyer that comes in, right? Because if you get a lawyer, get him awesome results, and now you sign on a chiropractor, it's 2 different things. So what you want to do is niche down as soon as you can if you want to scale. The third mistake that I see most agency owners making as a beginner is not understanding the prospect's pain points and desires, right? Your goal is obviously to convince the prospect to move forward with you because you can, get them the results that you're promising. But what you forget is that you are a doctor, okay? When you are talking to a prospect, a potential client, you are a doctor. You need to ask questions. You need to understand what their pain points are, what their goals are, what their desires are, and really dive deep into understanding what it is that they actually want and what's holding them back from getting there, okay? And the better that you get at this, easier it is for you to be able to close those clients. Okay, and that's why it's so important for you to not chase after every single business, right? Because if you're chasing after every single business in different industries, you're gonna have to essentially restart and learn about that industry, right? What is it that they want? What are their pain points? What have they done in the past? What's not working? What is working? What's new for them? What do they want to hear? And so when you are able to speak their lingo, use their wording, speak like how they talk, right? You're going to be able to build that trust, that connection. You're gonna be able to build that rapport with prospects. And so they can relate to you. You now have that trust and connection. And once you're able to build that, that is how you're going to be able to get more clients. And that's how you're gonna be able to grow your agency. It is so important that you do research on your prospect and you're just not out there reaching out to everybody and talking in marketing terms and wordings that people aren't just gonna understand. You need to simplify it and talk from their perspective and making sure that they understand, that they know what you're talking about because you understand their pain points and their desires. That is very important. The fourth mistake is simply not knowing how to do sales, because you can have a ton of leads coming your way. You can have a bunch of people who are showing interest in what you do, but if you don't know sales, you're not going to be able to close any deals. Getting rid of the sales psychology and sales tactics and manipulation and all that good stuff. Sales comes down to building a connection, number one, and showing prospects that you can get them from point A to point B, which is why it's so important to understand their pain points and their desires, right? Pain point is their point A, their desires is point B, where they're trying to go. And the better that you can convey this in a way that you can help them get them there, that is the better you'll be at sales, okay? Because when I first started my agency, I sucked at sales. I didn't know how to talk to anybody. I didn't understand the sales process. Okay, and so on the sales process, I'll explain it to you. So first, you need to understand the pain points. How do you do that? You ask discovery questions. You're learning more about them, how long they've been in business, what have they done in the past, what's worked for them, what has not worked for them, where are they spending a lot of money that's not working, where are they spending money that is working, and all that good stuff, their pain points, okay? And then you want to discover where they're trying to go. What are their goals? Are they just looking how many phone calls from leads are they trying to get a month? How many new jobs? How many new clients, cases, whatever the client that you're working with, what are they trying to do? How much money are they trying to add to their revenue? How many offices do they want to expand to, right? Understanding their goals, okay? So now that we understand their pain points and we understand their goals, now what you want to do is not sell your services. And that might sound a little confusing. Jordan, I do Facebook ads, right? I can help them do that by doing Facebook ads. Hey, we sell Facebook ads, we do Google ads, we do TikTok ads, whatever the case may be, okay? You don't want to sell your services. What you want to do is frame your services as the bridge, as the solution, as the bridge from point A to point B. You see what I'm saying? So that sales process is understanding A and B. Now, lastly, what you want to do is frame your services as that bridge right here to get them from here to here. And so you need to not say Facebook, like, hey, we do Facebook ads, right? Because every marketing companies and their moms and their kids do Facebook ads, right? That's not what you want to be able to stand out. And so when you frame your services in a way that we can get you from point A to point B, I understand that you've done this, and it's not working. This is where you're trying to go. Well, this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to use Facebook ads alongside with this. We're gonna set it up in a way like this, which you haven't done. This is what's working right now to get you from point A to point B. So hopefully that makes sense, okay? Point A, point B, your services is the bridge, and that's how you wanna frame that. And lastly, the fifth mistake that new agency owners make is chasing after cold or dead leads, right? They're not interested, okay? And so you don't need to keep following up and keep following up and keep following up. Yes, if you have an automated system that will check in and follow up, okay, great, right? Doesn't hurt to do that, but you don't need to spend your energy and time on checking, hey, I'm checking in, I'm wondering if you thought about it, you talk to your wife, talk to your team, talk to your dog. Or did you still want to move forward? Are you still interested? Hey, maybe I'll follow up, and the client's gonna be the prospect. Hey, yeah, check in back with me next week, 3 months, 6 months, check in back next year. Look, guys, forget it, okay? What we want to do is we want to focus on warm leads, people who are actually interested. We want to put our energy towards things that is going to catapult us forward, okay? We don't want to keep being stagnant in the same spot. So we need to focus on warm leads, okay? And warm leads is, I talked about this in my last video, but essentially we want to, number one, figure out a way that how we can warm up these cold leads if we can. And that's why I set up that VCO system. I talked really deep dive into that VCO system. It's been a game changer for me to warm up these leads. I have a whole free masterclass, that link is in the description if you want to learn more about that, on how I'm able to warm up leads and skyrocket my closing rate. You want to have systems in place where you can warm up your leads, all right? Whatever that case may be, you can check out the VCO system. The second thing that you can do is reach out to your immediate family members, friends for warm leads, right? These people, they already know about you. They're more willing to give you a chance, right? And be more open to the idea. And this was one of the things that I really started doing. I stopped chasing after leads and I started figuring out ways to attract leads, okay? Because when I'm attracting new leads, they're already warmed up, right? Leads are kind of like prospects, potential clients are kind of like cats. If you chase after them, they're going to run away. But when you give value, you have value, you're giving away, you have credibility, you have personal branding, you're giving away free value, free gain, ideas, tips. You're gonna start attracting these potential clients. And when you do that, it's gonna make things a lot easier, okay? So one of the mistakes is, as an new agency owner, is just chasing after potential clients, and you're gonna scare them away. You need to start thinking about how you can start building your personal brand, how you can give value first in the forefront, in the front end, so that you can get them through the door, okay? So reaching out and trying to sell people on your services, or trying to sell people on, hey, talk to me, give me 15 minutes of your time. Let me explain to you what we do. Here's what we could do for you, right? Give them value first with no expectations in return. If they're interested, great. If they're not, cool. They just, they got some value out of you. Maybe they'll reach out to you later on. So that is what I would do. Those are the 5 biggest mistakes as a new agency owner. Make sure that you're not doing them, and I'm wishing you all the success on building your agency. If you want to learn my 3 systems on how I've been able to grow my agency from 0 to multiple 6 figures, we're about to hit $1 million in collected revenue. I posted a screenshot recently. Then make sure you subscribe to the channel. My name is Jordan, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Next video.